How many times have you picked up your phone for one notification and then you realize 30 minutes later how long it's been? That you're still scrolling through, Instagram Reels or TikTok, and like you realize how much time you've wasted. Or maybe you swore to yourself like all day that you're gonna get your homework done and go to bed earlier, but Netflix dropped another episode of your favorite show and you think to yourself like, oh, one more can't hurt. That's how I was whenever I watched One Punch Man, bro. One Punch Man is such a good show. We all know that feeling, and that's probably why you even clicked on this video in the first place. And here's the hook. That's not just like a simple little bad habit, it's a trap. A trap designed to make you weaker, lazier, and more addicted to chasing those dopamine spikes. Stick with me for the next few minutes because by the end of this video, you'll see what instant gratification really is, which is a killer of your goals, your discipline, and ultimately your future. Let's get this clear though, before we start. Instant gratification is always going to be the choosing easy now over the difficult later. For example, grabbing junk food. I would rather have McDonald's any day of the week over like chicken and rice. But you have to understand that that's not good for you. Meal prepping is easy. It's also less expensive. I'm not trying to drop a bag on some freaking Big Macs. Another example is scrolling in bed instead of sleeping, bro. I have such a problem with this, and I'm assuming like a lot of you guys do, where you get everything done for the day and you're like, bro, I finally get to go bed early, and then like freaking 10 minutes later you realize you've been scrolling on your phone the whole time, and you're like, whatever, I'll watch a YouTube video and then go to bed. Then like 8 YouTube videos later, it's like 12 o'clock. You ruined your whole night, and you're cooked. You have AP calculus in the morning, and you're cooked. That might just be a me thing though. Here's the bad part. Every single time you take the easy route like that, your brain learns that it can get that gratification instantly. That means when real effort shows up, the kind that takes time, your brain will always reject that over the easier route. And that's not even the worst part, because the world around you is actively training your brain to be weak. Just let me explain. Think about, TikTok or Instagram Reels. You watch one video and then scroll another. But here's the weird part. And I've actually done my own like little experiment on this. Next time you scroll, think, do I even remember what I saw 4 TikToks ago? What did I even see 4 TikToks ago? And don't cheat and scroll back. You understand like how little value you're taking in because of like how little you even remember. Which when you put it in perspective like that, it looks really bad. That's how these, apps trap you. They're not giving you value. They're just giving you, just enough stimulation to keep you hooked. This makes like real effort, like reading, learning or working out feel boring in comparison. And if you think, that's harmless, then wait until you realize what it's costing you. Here's the truth that nobody wants to admit ever. That, every single time you choose instant gratification, it's not free. It comes at a price. You lose focus. Your attention span shrinks until just sitting through like a 10-minute task feels like the most painful thing you've ever done in your life. I struggle not to just like reach for my phone constantly while I'm doing homework. It gets so boring because I'm so used to those, easy dopamine spikes if I just reach for my phone right then. Another thing is you lose a lot of your patience. Patience is what gets you through life. So if you lose patience, you're cooked. Success takes time, but you've been training yourself to, quit if you don't get what you want immediately. For a personal example, I'm seeing that through, this whole YouTube channel that I'm making. I put in a lot of effort in this YouTube channel, but I only get like 20 views per video. And I know to grow, I need to stay consistent. That's why I keep doing it. I fully believe in myself that eventually I'll have a big community. And if you want to be a part of that community, please like and subscribe. That helps more than you understand. Or if you just want to leave like a short comment or something, like it can be a hate comment, bro, I don't care. But any type of like interaction with this video really does help. And one last thing, you lose your identity. You stop asking, what do I really want? Instead, just react to whatever feels good in the moment. And the worst part isn't even those 3 things. It's the regret that comes with it. It's that little voice in your head that, whispers to you, you're wasting time. You could have been farther ahead by now. And that's what really sucks whenever you think about it. Whenever you think back on your day and you're like, dude, I could have gotten so much more done, but I watched YouTube for 3 hours. Try to cut down on your screen time. It will save you in the long run. Instant gratification, tricks you to thinking you're happy. But in reality, it's just relief. Relief from boredom, stress, and, a lot of effort that you would have otherwise been putting in. There's a loop to this, and it kind of goes like this. You scroll, you laugh for a maximum of like 3 seconds, or you hit one of these where you're like, I always do those. Then, like I said, a couple reels or TikToks later, you forget it. You feel empty, then you scroll to the next video. That's not happiness, that is addiction. So I've talked a lot about what happiness isn't. So, what is happiness? Where does it actually come from? And it comes from the opposite of what you want to hear. It comes from delayed gratification. To me, that sounds terrible, but that's how it is. That's what real happiness comes from. In everything, not even just, stuff like instant gratification type stuff. Happiness comes from, delayed gratification in everything you do. When you push through the hardness of today, you get your results tomorrow. That's the kind of satisfaction that sticks with you. And that's the kind of confidence that changes you as a person. So how do you break out of this? I've talked a lot about the negative sides of this, but you can fix it. It's easy. Or not easy in practice, but it's just some simple steps. It's not about, deleting all the apps on your phone, because, no one's going to do that. It's not about becoming like a monk or anything. It's really just about retraining the way that your brain thinks. And step 1 of this is awareness. The next time you're about to scroll, ask yourself, am I choosing comfort or am I choosing growth right now? And step 2 is like something a lot of people miss. Whenever you think of, you trying not to be on your phone as much, you think of yourself as just putting it down and forcing yourself not to be on your phone anymore, which is what makes it suck. That makes it suck so bad. But step 2 is replace the habit. Don't just remove it. Swap the habit. Instead of scrolling, do something like productive. Like read a page of any book at all. If I had to pick one, be Hunger Games. Read Hunger Games, bro. Like all of the books. You can stretch. I'm assuming like half of the people watching right now can't even touch their toes. I'm telling you, if you stretch, it'll make your life so much better. You feel a lot more healthy, a lot more mobile, and you'll be more active in the long run. And another thing is journaling. I always keep a journal in my room to talk about like feelings, which, dudes usually don't talk about, or just like ideas I have. Just a quick journaling instead of scrolling makes it so much easier. And it doesn't have to be like a cornball little diary or anything. It's literally just a journal that you keep to yourself. Or you can make it a diary if you really want to, I guess. Your brain still gets like a dopamine hit, but instead of like destroying your brain, you're really just building it up. Step 3 is the hardest probably, which is delay the reward. Train your patience. You don't have to completely put down TikTok, which is probably great news, but try to wait like 5 minutes before you grab your phone. That's when you can, implement all those things I just said, like reading, journaling, and stretching. Like finish one of your assignments before you even think about opening YouTube. The more you delay, the stronger your discipline will get. And here's the best part. Whenever you start winning these small battles, you feel something that instant gratification could never give you, which is pride. So here's my challenge to you. I always have like a small challenge, which you don't have to follow, but I'm telling you, this will work. For next 7 days, every time you're about to choose, instant gratification, pause. I want you to ask yourself, what is the long-term choice here? And then pick that instead. Will it feel good at first? No. You're going to be, craving the easy option. But by the end of the week, you'll feel different. You'll trust yourself more and you'll actually believe in your ability to follow through on things. It's a great feeling to be able to trust yourself like that. Instant gratification kills you, but patience builds you into the person you've been trying to become this whole time. So now you've got a choice. Are you going to keep scrolling, or are you going to build your mind from the inside? All right, so that's the video. Like I said, whenever I was halfway through yapping, I'm kind of a small YouTube channel. It really would help if you liked and subscribed, or if you just like left a comment or checked out one of my other videos. Like, that really helps me more than you understand. I'm trying to get these videos out into the world, so maybe it could help one person. That's all that matters. Maybe I could change one person's life for the better, and I really hope that it's you. I'll stop my yapping. That's it for the video. Here are some more videos you can watch if you want to. I really appreciate you sticking it out to the end. It's always awkward whenever I'm just sitting here and nobody's clicking away. Have a great one. Have a great